Here. Then this thing. Then this should be working. Yes. And yes, the night is still young. Let's go as long as the last time around. So, hello everyone, and welcome to Stories, the Path of Destinies, that I was thinking about going and doing as well for as a stream. So we shall be going into this and starting a new game, not like last time when we tried it was like just
once upon a
the very
time,
beginning.
The infamous rover Reynardo plundered the floating isles. Then his mother called him to her deathbed. "Swear to me that you won't die on the gallows," she rasped. Reluctantly, he swore. And he whiled away his days at home with music, cards, and wine. But the Emperor had changed. He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad. He'd built universities. But then people started whispering about mass graves in the woods. Midnight rituals, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages, and no one ever returned. The Ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The citizens, outraged, had driven them off. The Ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Reynardo had promised his mother he'd protect him.
And there we go with the story. He had protected, or promised, his mother to protect the kid. And yeah, take notes for your own Let's Play series. Not that I do that excellent job with it, but at least a little bit of editing, like in the way of welcoming everyone to watch this and so on, need to be done nonetheless, considering this may be watched later on as well than just right now in the stream. So, not that it takes a lot of time to do so. And try not to die, how about that? Yeah.
The kid was looking down, watching his city burn.
It is
Sorry,
very
kid,
sad.
Reynardo told the kid. Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone. My mother died for this book! I promised her I'd protect you. Oh, damn it. The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Reynardo had to run after him.
Yes. Something a little bit different, as said, so I had to hold the right mouse button to run around. So let us go and run after Peter to protect Peter. He recorded a little last night and I found the introduction to be the most difficult part for some reason. Interesting. But otherwise then went pretty nicely. What did you record? Battle, what was it? The thing. The game that is very popular. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. That's the game you're referring to, right?
The two ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner, which probably was what was in their tiny brains. "Hey," Reynardo said. They cocked their heads at him. "Pick on someone as ugly as you." Wait, that didn't come out right. "For the Emperor!" The ravens cawed and rushed at him.
Well, not too problematical to kill some of them, at least at this early point. Okay, we are in a battle area quite clearly when we can't run off when there's the blue barriers. So when an enemy is about to attack, press that mouse button to counter, right button, no, left button, countering and interrupt any other action. You recorded a game called Nihilumbra. I think I've heard the name, I don't remember what it was about though. I guess I got it. Well. I think I got the hang of it relatively well for the moment. Though first time died a little bit. It's a 2D platform with some unique mechanics. Yeah. I would have to have a look if I haven't seen it for sure or not. Let us run though. Yes.
A
Alrighty.
dropship flew overhead.
Oh,
He
dropship.
hoped they hadn't noticed him. The kid.
Well, at least they didn't seem to be dropping anything on us, so it's unlikely they noticed. Well, maybe they're dropping them now though. Hold to grab, to aim, and release to throw. Alrighty, so if I hold that button and not just click it, then I can throw enemies. Bye bye. Bye bye. Just throwing everyone. Okay, well, that's the practice.
Right. The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke, making the Skyship docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate.
How did the kid
Let
get
you
there?
through.
Yeah.
Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels. Or I'm gonna steal your ship. I'm not taking that damn book anywhere. And neither are you. Try and stop me, laughed the kid. I bet you don't even have a hero sword. And with that, the kid hopped away. Had to hand it to the kid. He was an idiot, but he had guts. Where was Renata going to get a hero sword?
Well, I guess down there, considering there's no other ways to go. And the visuals look very pleasant. That's nice. I do remember it as set, but not completely. So, open. A chest.
Ore and wind essence? That sounds about right. I'll need a workshop, though.
The voice acting is so good. Is it? I mean on this, okay. Use workbench. Well, swords. A hero sword then. Sword crafting. This is the sword crafting menu here. You can craft to upgrade powerful magical swords. Gather the required materials from the chests scattered throughout Boreas. Alrighty. And select the sword's current level and special power. Not crafted yet. To select the sword's special power at the next level. Look badass. That's a very important thing, yes, that it looks badass. The resources needed to upgrade to select the sword. Right. You have enough resources, craft your first sword now. Yes.
A
upgrade.
hero sword. QED.
QED. What did he say? Not okay. The level 2 would be the cost then to get 30 ore and 1 wind essence, I guess. Well, the Helium Pro looks pretty nice too, though. Yeah. Okay. Back then. And I think the story should be fun, so at least or the humorous story-wise, so it should
This
have
is what
fun
he got for
choices.
settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook, and she'd laughed at Renato's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one.
Even though he
And
didn't.
the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid.
Just a kid. Just a kid. What else I going to say? This also, the storytelling way that this works does remind me of Bastion that I also haven't actually played completely through, only a little bit. I should play the Bastion as well too, considering I really like the music in it and especially the storytelling. So maybe I could play that in stream too. Open Sesame. The gate went somewhere in there, but I don't see a way in there. Well, yeah, Bastion was good. I liked a lot of the music in it, especially, and I did like it. But yeah, music was great. Yeah, still listen to it. Totally. So I should play it through at some point too, because I still haven't done that. I
He came up to a
enjoyed
ledge.
it even.
It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. How'd you get across? He asked the kid. Where'd you find a hook? I hopped, said the kid. Wise-ass kid. Hey, look out behind you! Cute, said Renato. Ah, ravens.
I'll have to concentrate in dealing with these guys first, I think. Oh, I do have to turn when it starts, even though I was relatively far, but, well...
It was time to talk some sense into the kid. Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down.
So,
Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. How had he done it? Maybe if he meditated? At that altar there, he'd remember his old skills.
How can you just forget your skills? Use the altar to learn new skills. Okay, so some games just have so great music that you listen to it, yeah, on your free time. Yeah, and I actually like, or do like, a lot of the music's game music overall. So I actually do like loads of different type of musics. So skills is skill. Each time you gain a level, you also gain a skill point. Spend your skill points at the altar scattered throughout the Boreas to gain new powerful abilities or upgrade existing ones. Okay. So there are 4 tiers of skills. The more truths you discover, the more tiers you unlock. Truths. Alrighty. Here you can find the description of each skill and its unlock requirements. Alrighty. You have a skill point to spend. Go and buy the hook shot skill. Radio. So this one. Use the hook shot to navigate across scraps and pull enemies. Press Alt to use it. I wonder, do I have to have the Alt? But we'll see.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot. Like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
How to freeze time while fighting, and you've forgotten how to do it. Reynaldo. Alrighty, that's done. And then there's another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. A lot of hooks to use.
And there was the Farfarer. She was the fastest ship he'd ever known. She could do the Kestrel run in 12 furlongs. Oh, so the salesman had told him. And something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. "Stop!" he shouted. "I'm not giving you the book!" shouted the kid, and took off. "No!
Stupid kid.
Peter!" But the kid ran for it.
No.
And a goggler nailed him with its eye beam.
Well, not much that I was able to do about that. Can I break this? No. Yay, we destroyed it. It's very meaty inside though, very surprisingly. Meaty and yes, damn kids. Ties is pronounced the same as tears, like what you cry. Thanks English. Yeah, tears. Tires, tears. Yeah, true. I usually listen to soundtrack of Legend of Zelda games. There's also some nostalgia for me in them. I should really play Ocarina of Time at least at some point. I know Zelda games are good, but I never actually have played them, which is very unfortunate for me. Never played them. Never played them.
The book was unburned. Next to it were the buckles from the kid's shoes, and a kid-sized pile of ashes. Damn it. Why hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it. Reynaldo picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway.
Hated home life anyway. Though had good time with the kid's mother apparently. But the kid is quite clearly a goner, so no need to protect the kid no more. Why? Ooh, I can destroy these boxes at least. I was thinking that probably might be the case. Is there anything in any of these boxes around here? Is there anything behind? Did I leave something behind? Some more boxes that I could destroy? Probably not. And the newer ones are also very good and definitely recommended the Ocarina of Time. Yeah. As said, I should. If I do play it though, then I can easily play it as a blind let's play in one way or another in YouTube. Well, of course, at least if I don't, I should use an emulator then, of course, because I can't really record it easily, at least from any old. Was it, what Nintendo was it? Nintendo 64, I think. So, and I don't have Nintendo 64, which is a problem. Hey, yay for health. I'm almost full health. Yay, stuff. Some ores. Hope I didn't miss anything before, though. Oh, loads of food at least here.
What was the big deal about this book, anyway?
Who
Maybe
knows?
he should open it and find out.
So
All that had been years ago. How many? The war was a blur, and now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him. Where are you running, rebel? Cawed the Raven captain over the loud hailer. Renato could see them cranking up their catapults.
Oh
Just going
dear.
out for milk? Renato yelled back. Where can you run? Laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job. Take us to the rebel base! I will spare your life! It cawed. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven, a sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time, unless Renato could bring a game-changer. Maybe he could. Renato had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper, the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino had sent Renato a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Renato could only rescue him. Renato dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky Ripper.
And yes, the storytelling is fun with this book. Storytelling is awesome in this, has this book-like feeling. So, and the game is of course easy to emulate, we just need to do it at some point. Too many games to play though. Guys, tell me, do we go and rescue the friend, or do we go here, build the Sky Ripper? The rebellion was out of time and Reynolds needed a game changer. An ancient artifact that defeated the lost gods would indeed be a game changer. Though it was split into 2 pieces as many years ago, Reynolds could rebuild it by first getting his armature. The rebellion was out of time and Reynolds needed a game changer. Even though Lapino wasn't that what anyone would consider a game changer, he could come up with some harebrained skills. Maybe rescuing him was worth it. What do you guys say, Chim Chim and Tajunta? Do we go and rescue Lapino, or do we try to go and build the Sky Ripper? I do not know why we are friends. He looks interesting though. Does he owe us money? I don't think there's any, knowledge about that. He's just some friend. I'm sure a pirate fox can meet friends of all types. Okay, you would say rescue. Do you agree, Jim Jim, to the idea of a rescue plan? Okay, rescue seems like a nice guy choice. Well, let's go for the rescue then. I guess you mean that also means that you can agree with the rescue idea. So, let's go and agree and try to go and rescue Lapino.
Ah, Lapino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. The Ravens had figured out that Lapino was a rebel spy. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse.
Intriguing. Winky face implies agreement, right? I assume so, if you don't tell me otherwise. If you tell me otherwise, then then I know it's not the case.
Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the ravens?
Intriguing question.
Renado's blood was up. He just needed to smash something.
This is true. I need to smash stuff. Like, who doesn't sometimes just need to smash stuff, as well as us, after losing the kid and all. It's pretty good reason to smash stuff, I think. And there's a chest to open. Yay, stuff. So, what is this then? Gem socketing. This is the gem socketing menu. Here you can equip powerful gems that will augment both your offensive and defensive capabilities. Huh. Your countless has 3 sockets into which you can put gems. Select one of the sockets to see your gems. Huh, intriguing. Each gem has 3 levels, and its effect increases with each level. Picking up a gem you already have will automatically upgrade that gem's level. You can find gems in this chest scattered throughout the Boreas, if you're lucky enough. Energy on kill. You have not found this gem yet. Okay. Can I have a look into any of the other ones? Yeah, I can. Energy on killed. Okay, so all of these are locked. There's a lot of different ones, but I don't have any of those gems. Good, then I guess. We do have wind essences for the look badass, but we don't have enough ore, so that's a no-go. Was there other choices of swords? Yes, there was. So, this is current level 1, the hero sword. But there would be a void blade, which hasn't been crafted, which needs quite a bit more. Wind essence looks nice though. Yeah. Then there would be Winter Torn with water essences, Firestorm, and of course our hero sword. Okay, different choices. Not that we can do anything at the moment, but at some point in the future, I'm sure. Yeah, I was thinking that those I cannot break. Okay, what am I supposed to do with this? Oh, okay, it's just boats.
These platforms were great. Renado wanted one for his house.
Oh, I just floating. Far. Real far. Like, through the entire village. There's guys there. Enemies. To be precise.
The ravens had taken the town. Renado had seen villages emptied like this. All the people taken away to be sacrificed in the Emperor's secret rituals. Renado hoped the people were just hiding.
Unlikely. But you can always hope. I don't think there's any sense for me to go and just back into that. So much food that I do not need. But I'll pick it anyways, I guess. Doesn't seem I can get inside this though. Which I guess is understandable. Nothing that.
Firewalls only let you through if they think you're hot enough.
Ah, so that's the thing. Firewalls only let you through if they think you're hot enough. You're not hot enough for this wall. Quite sad. Quite sad. Well, unless there's more barrels for me to break. Yay. Maybe I shouldn't break that much anyways. Use altar. I can't really do anything with it anyways. There's actually ore. I should pick up that ore. There's another one here then. Oh, this one I can open with the hero sword. Even. Not sexy enough to pass. Yes, quite true. Can we go and kill those things here, those ravens or not? Yay, ore.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Or you shouldn't have. Don't think I can get past there. I don't remember that there was any other path there though that I could go and clear the village. Just another prick in the wall, I guess. Well. Counter, counter. Doing pretty well thus far with this. And countering. That went pretty
Ravens
nicely.
were landing everywhere. The advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lupino first, they'd eat him for breakfast.
Eat him for
Or
breakfast.
A snack. Ravens
Snack.
weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lupino. Where had the mad rabbit got to?
That's a very good question. I don't know. Perhaps the mad rabbit gotten himself into, or... there wasn't more in there though, and these aren't anything interesting. Well... Open that one as well. More ores. Good ores. Lovely ores. We need loads of ores. That fruit got just bounced down there. How sad. Quite sad. Oh, some more fruit, I guess. Which way? Not that it really matters, but which way? Still the question. I'll open this at least first. Well, if I can hit it. I mean, it took a while to hit that one little barrel. There's barrels here too, so I just want to make sure I get these barrels too. Ooh, and there's a chest. I want that chest. Definitely. Who wouldn't want a chest when there's a chest available? I'm like trying to open it.
This chest made music when you opened it.
Did it?
Too bad it was Muzak.
Music. That didn't make that much sense to me as a joke, but if you say so. Game. So, altar. Can't use altars. Or can I? I do have a skill point available, according to this. I guess I could take a dash. These are anyways, yeah, required dash to anyways be able to even open these others. So I guess I can take the dash. A supernatural dash. Musaki's elevator music, alrighty. Alright, how does this work?
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot. Like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Dashing consumes stamina. Okay. Okay, like that, okay. So I don't need to even press anything, it's just a dash, and this is our power. So I can dash 2 times, basically. Alrighty. Need to try to remember that it's that button when we happen to be needing it. This is definitely a battle
Shall we
arena.
just agree to disagree?
Yep.
Said Renato. No?
No counters for you, or I shall counter you, I mean. Nice. No. This is working very well, thus far. Though, I don't think I don't think I'd ever forget how to freeze time. Seems like a pretty hard trick to learn in the first time plays. Yeah, I think so. But maybe it's just like he doesn't completely forget how to freeze time. It's like learning to ride a bike, but maybe he just, so to speak, doesn't have a complete bike now. And yes, nice and touchable at this point. Been going pretty well. Just like, I do click a lot, but then I just turn into the right direction to click when it's the time, so to speak. Ooh, another hero stone.
Renato felt a chill run down his back. Or possibly a flea.
Probably a flea, considering he's a fox and all. It's probably just a flea, nothing more serious. It's not like we're coming to a graveyard or something, right? There's a grave, an open grave. Does it do anything when we stand in it? Doesn't seem like it. We have already another skill point. What do we take? Because we can start to be taking stuff into the aggressive defense. Countering an attack now causes damage. Fun. Defensive reflexes slow down a time after successfully counter until your next action. Take a breather and plan your next move. Or attack immediately when the previous attack hits to land perfect strike. Bonus damage and double combo bonus, or increase your maximum health, or run faster. Was it an evil plea? Need to get that checked too. I think I'll want to take the defensive reflexes, slow down time after successfully counter until their next action. Or do I? Maybe I should just go with the aggressive defense. Counter an attack now causes damage. It's been working well thus far. So let's go with that, I guess. Sure. Seems that there's another place we cannot enter yet. Whatever sword that exactly requires, it's one of the ones that we can craft, yes, but... Reflexes does sound good too, though. Well, on the other hand, doing damage isn't bad either, so... It went well, at least from my point of view. I do a lot better than I would assume I would do in this game, though, thus far. Maybe it will change, and boom. Yes, boom. It was an explosive box, definitely. Sounded like it. There was a big boom after all. This seems like a church. Hey, are you the guy we were looking for? Our friend?
Dirty and bloody, Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Renato recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, see, this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia. We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer and, oh, his only daughter? That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
So, guys, I don't really exactly trust his plan of going and pay a call to Zenobia. Reynaldo and Lapino were packed together, but Reynaldo still needed a game changer to save the rebellion. Maybe Lapino was right. Maybe they should go kidnap the Emperor's only daughter and greatest general, Zenobia. Extracting intel out of her would turn the tide of the civil war. Or the eye of the law of a lost god must hold great power. Leonardo and Lapino were packed together, but Reynolds still needed a game changer to save the rebellion. Even though Reynolds could not longer get the Sky Ripper's armature, its core was still within reach. Maybe he could still harness its power with Lapino's help. We're all in on Lapi, right? So, go on with his plan A, Jim, you think? What do you say, Tayunta? Do we go and pay a call? You completed your job and saved him. Maybe it's time to get to the Sky Ripper. Yeah, I don't think this is a very good plan to go for the daughter, to be honest. But Jimson isn't on board. Yeah, Sky Ripper does rip skies though. It truly does. So, should we choose that path? Go to the Eye of the Lost God? There should be a third vote. There should be a third vote, yes. On the other hand, I guess I can be a veto vote. As said, I don't trust this. And, yeah, Jim said that he's flexible. It's now on you now, Kira. Kira's is the third vote. Yeah, I'm the veto vote. Which one do I like best if there's only... But, like, you guys do decide together if you want to go into one way, because then my veto vote doesn't count. I won't cast a vote then. But yeah, okay, and Jim said that he is flexible, so let's go for the Eye of the Lost God then, and see where that will lead us.
To make the Sky Ripper, the Transcendent Emperor had wrapped an armature around the eye of a god. Bernardo had already let that armature slip away to save Lapino's life. But even its core, the eye torn from a god, surely they could fashion a great weapon from that. The core of the Sky Ripper? Lapino's excited. That's an actual thing. that we could just go and get? You've been busy. He sure had. Renato told him all the things he'd been up to. Soon they got to talking about old times, about wages they'd won and lost, and scrapes they'd barely got out of. It was good to be back with his friend. Renato grinned. He had a very good feeling about this.
I'm not sure if I have that good of a feeling when he has a real good feeling, but at least Lappy does seem to be okay with this plan too. So even if it doesn't seem like quite all there, he's okay in that. Lappy, mate, you need to stop dreaming and actually go get access.
Thought Renato. He was thrilled to be back with his old war buddy. He'd missed the mad rabbit.
So
something was not quite right.
With our body or with this environment or what? Get the Skybird core is nonetheless our plan. I can't talk to you anymore. Well, I guess I'll leave you with the boat and hope you don't run off on without me or some such. Yeah, that kidnapping plan was bananas. It was like... It was a crazy plan. It might have worked, but it was a crazy plan. Clearly. This might be better for us. Hopefully it's better for us. Ooh, ores. So many ores. But considering there was a lot of areas that we weren't able to explore in the previous place, I assume that we have a possibility to go back there at some point. I assume so, because otherwise it would be a little bit strange. It's such a bright place and I don't know where to go, bridge or this way or where to go. There's a place where we can use our tricky thingy to go past, but what's in here then? It's always when there's a choice. Okay, we could just jump down. Where would that lead us though? Well, at least there's a chest here. So that's worth it.
I wonder what I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought Renato.
I wonder, would it be maybe a sword that we might be able to make? Maybe? Guys, I believe, no spoilers, that there's a lot of backtracking metaphorically speaking in this game. Probably. Probably Jim. Okay guys, do we go and jump down this well first, or do we go and explore that region first? You guys can decide. Again. While I'll be pondering what to go and do. And know where to go and what to do. Don't see anything more than just stuff to go and grab. So difficult to decide because I don't know if we can come back away from the well. Behold, I have crafted a nice interwoven sculpture from these sword materials. Wait, decision? Yes. Do we go there? Or do we jump down the well? That's my question for you guys, because I'm not sure which one I'll do. Do I jump down the well or do I go that way? Jump down the well sounds pretty permanent, so maybe check out the other way first. I was thinking about that. So, we'll do that, Tajunta. Good. Thank you for the input even.
Who needed bridges anyway?
Yep, who needs bridges? Oh yeah, there is at least a chest, though I don't know what this will do if we go into that. Stuff. Well. Okay, it actually just teleported back here, so perfect. Now we can go and jump down the well. Yay! Jump down the well of the wells. All wells. What ends well, right? Right. A lot gloomier. Not as happy music no more. Why no happy musics? Time to choose wisely. I was thinking about the same thing, but I was like, I don't know. Can I? Is that the correct thing to do or not? Be right back. Gotta get some snacks. Alrighty, Tajunta. There should probably isn't a decision that requires you right away here. This chest had
teaspoons stolen from every inn in Boreas. Oh, and something more useful.
I would like a teaspoon collection too. That wouldn't be too bad. Thank you, Tim.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
Is it the core that we're looking for? Maybe. A tablespoon? Maybe. Unless there's a chest. I like chests. All the chests are mine. Mine, I tells ya. Mine. This does seem a little bit suspicious. It is nice red crystals though all around the place. How are we going to get up from this well though? More loot for Gide. Yes.
Okay, let's make this quick. I'm on my break in literally 2 minutes.
I saw you. Nope. Nope. Wow, I managed to counter both of those guys just like that there. That was pretty good. Game knows what Kitten likes, yes.
Wrong. All over. He could feel an almost palpable sickness in the air. And if the land could have tumors, they would look like these monstrous crystals. The forest was quieter than it had been. There were insects, but few birds, if you didn't count the ravens. Bernardo smelt sick animals and dying ones, but no healthy ones. And getting a bad feeling about this, Bernardo thought.
Maybe
Lapina was right.
Sickness.
Maybe they should have kidnapped Zenobia instead of coming here.
That may be the case then, if we are having such a bad feeling about this. Truly, might have been the better option. Maybe this is not a good thing to go and try to get. Maybe we'll die because of this.
He wasn't that good. Yet.
Altar. No skill points. How saddening to me. Doesn't seem I can go there, but there is this door. I guess we shall open the door and see what kind of things this will lead us into. Well, probably a battle. Battle. Battle it is. I didn't quite manage to get that shot into there, even though I was very close into that, which is kind of a shame. One hit.
Bernardo was remembering all his old tricks, and some new ones. Yeah, he really ought to ask for a raise.
Really ought to ask for a raise, but sad. I pressed into that direction, but not quite quick enough apparently, because he managed to hit me. How sad. How very, very sad. Well, we are here with the core. How good or bad that will be. Yes, perfect streak lost. Sniff, sniff, and I will never be able to get it back. I can, so to speak, go away still, so to speak. Well, we got to this. I hope Tayuda is here to be able to see the resolution, however. I hope. Well, what will this kill us?
As he held the radiant icosahedron, Bernardo felt queasy, like dozens of tiny worms were nibbling his insides. It wasn't healthy to be so close to the eye of a god. How could he use it? He could take it to the observatory. The scientists there could tell him how to harness its ancient power. But honestly, Bernardo ached to get away from it. He brought the core back with him to the Farfarer. But honestly, Bernardo ached to be rid of it.
Tell you what, said Lapina. I'll take it to the observatory. You attack the Imperial outpost.
The Imperial outpost was a vital communications node. Taking it could shatter the Empire's ability to coordinate. And it would be full of secret plans and maps and maybe even rebel prisoners. It was a good target for a hero like Reynardo. But what if Lapino got the core and then broke it, or lost it, or worse? Was Reynardo ready to take that risk? Maybe it was better if he brought the core to the scientists himself.
So, Diana, welcome back. And what you missed is that the core that we got made our skin crawl, and we really itched to get rid of it ASAP, which is the reason that we could just give it to Lapino to take into the observatory. But of course, it's then the question, do we want to put it on Lapino's shoulders to go and take it to the observatory where it could be used in a way that would be good? Damn it, Lappy, you're a loose cannon. You think I trust you with an eye of a god? True, I'm kind of thinking about it too, like, sure, we would like to get rid of it straight away, but so anything to get rid of this creepy feeling, Reynold thought. The core of the Skyripper, even without the armature, there had to be a way to tap its power. The scientists at the Nexus would certainly know how to do that. If he could rely on Lapino to bring them the core, Reynaldo would instead assault an Imperial outpost and gain valuable intel for the rebellion. He would also stay away from the core's unhealthy aura. But yeah, it has an unhealthy aura, so... I was all Team Lappy until met the guy, but he's Pongers. True. No, the core was far too important to entrust to Lapino. The core of the Skyripper, even without the armature, there had to be a way to tap its power. The scientists at the Nexus would certainly know how to do that. Could Reynolds really rely on Lapino to bring it to their observatory? No, it was too risky. He would have to carry the core himself, even if doing so would expose him to its unhealthy aura. So, do it. But first of all, for me, even if we would trust Lapino to take it there, it's unhealthy for him too. So I kind of would want to be rather carrying it myself than like putting it onto our buddy's shoulders anyways. And he's anyways someone that can be trusted anyways that well, so I am kind of leaning to this myself and not just going into a different mission entirely. So, what do you think, Tajunta? The core was having an unhealthy feeling for us though. Quite an unhealthy, and we wanna get rid of it as soon as possible. But... what do we do? Yes, Choices. Lapino. And it's kind of funny that you say, damn it, Lappi, like Lapland. In Finnish, like Lappi, like Lapland, basically. But just came into mind. Yeah, Lappi is a nice nickname. I do agree with that. Do you agree with our plan of going and taking it there ourselves and not trusting Lapino, as in Lappi, to do it himself? That's just Australian, it's what we do. It's all fine and dandy. It's a very good nickname for our good little Lapino, Lappi. Just like that. Shorten the one syllable and put an IE or O to the end. Could have been Lappo. That's not as good though. Lappi is better. Even in Lappo could work too, but Lappi is better, I think. Oh. No vote from Tajunta, I guess. Tajunta hasn't at least said yet your preference in these two choices, so... Music is nice though, And I do like the book storytelling. Still think we need to take it, yeah. I guess you can't really rely on Lappi, yeah. And anyways, even if you could rely, as I said, it would be unhealthy for him too, so he might be even more corruptible by it. Things could go bad.
Lapino was a touchy rabbit. Renato knew that. You're brave, I know, Renato said. But this is what I was hired to do.
At least let me run ahead and warn the scientists you're coming.
So, Lapino was intent on being a hero, just like him. War made sensible men crazy for glory, and Lapino had never been sensible. But what was the harm? Lapino might well trip over a hornet's nest of ravens. But that was better than ravens lying in ambush, wasn't it? They finished the trip to the Nexus in silence. Renato had no sooner rescued his friend than he was putting him back in danger. All right, he finally said as they landed. Go.
Oh dear. Well. We'll see how this will be working out. At least we should be able to get some upgrades pretty soon to our weapons and the like.
As Renato
Growing
watched
pains.
Lapino vanish on the horizon, he could feel nausea building in him. He felt ill. Could his knees really be aching this much? But how could he have handed the core off to Lapino? That was a recipe for disaster.
We do have quite a bit of a green aura on us. I wonder if we are worse at attacking now too. I don't know. It's just quite a bit intriguing. We may die because of this choice, but I guess that's the sacrifice we have to be then making if that's
When
going
Renato
to be the
went
case.
to the china shop, for some reason the owner was always nervous.
I wonder why. I have no idea why the China shop owner would be nervous when we go on into their shop. Like, no reason at all. We wouldn't do any harm to the shop, surely. Nothing at all. Why would we ever? I didn't expect us to have so many choices, but at least it makes this stream very interactive. Yeah, that's the reason why I said that this is a game that I think could be very fun for a stream. Streaming purposes. Hey, can I break this? Ooh. Did it have anything? Doesn't look like it. Gotta smash them all, might have loot, yes. That is the fact. Interesting staircases. all
Everybody who
over the
wants to
place.
die, raise your weapon. All right.
Alrighty then. Nice. Got it. Flames. Platform. Take me away. Platform. Somewhere. Nice. I hope Lapino will survive his trip too. Don't know. Chest. Yay, loot.
You know, ore is pretty heavy to carry. You know what's not?
Oh, I'm losing health
new
over time.
sword.
Ooh, no. I didn't notice that. Ah, we are probably in trouble because I don't have that much time then, but at least I got help from that. Let's see about the altar though. I'll use this now then, just to be a little bit safer with stuff. After a successful countdown, until your next action, take a breather and plan your next move. I think that's probably a good idea. I don't have the right sword to get there yet. I need the place to be able to open it. Good thing that you mentioned that I'm losing health, because I didn't notice it. No. Need to get one of them out. Again. Good. You, no. Okay, you are still alive. You need to die, so I can move quicker forward.
Renato felt worse.
Yes, I'm
All
not
his
too
joints were
surprised.
aching now. He'd been through beatings that felt better than this.
Yes.
So the
I have.
core had a kind of poison that could harm you without even touching you. That's new.
That's
Well.
new.
It had power. The rebellion needed something with power. And how was this any worse than a sword wound? Well, a death by sword was sudden and fair. This was just squalid. A piecemeal death, like old age.
Why don't you...
Renata
eat
felt
the
a little
sword?
better.
Yeah, I am feeling a little bit better after that. When I was able to get those nice foods. That makes me a lot happier. Can I get there anywhere? Probably not. Doesn't seem like it. Do need to hurry a little bit. I don't think it stopped. It does go all the time a little bit lower, like 95, 94 soon, yeah. It does all the time affect, but I should have enough time to explore everything that I want. As long as there's some food in places like there was previously. So we're okay for now. But it's nice that it affects mechanically like that. Ooh, nice.
It was good to practice your moves, thought
Yes.
Renata. Keeps you limber.
It does keep us limber.
The Imperial fleet was closing in on the rebels. And what had Renato accomplished? He'd rescued Lupino, but ignored his plan. Now he was dying of the core's poison.
Yeah, very sad. Let's craft a sword maybe. We cannot craft that yet. We cannot craft that. We can craft a firestorm if we want. We can also upgrade our hero sword to look more badass. We can do actually both of them. We can do this and upgrade in our hero sword. Do we do that? Oh, next level unlock is also allows to heal oneself. In what way, I wonder? I guess we could do this. What do you guys say? Or do we just create the wirestone weapon? While attacking, set enemy on fire, cost energy. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Well, since we do have to do this at some point anyway, so I guess we could craft a firestorm.
This burning sword from the south was terrific for barbecuing sausages and ravens.
So okay, I switch weapons by using the mouse wheel. To activate a magic sword, god damn it, too many skills. Hold shift to actually burn. Swords consume energy while activated. Upgrade hero if you need. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that too. But hey, at least we have that too. So we also upgrade this. Okay, this is actually in the even maximum level now. So quickly recover health over time, cost energy. Okay, but that's also then a shift. Too many things that I need to try to remember. I don't think I have any gems though, so that's not something I can do. Okay. Did that actually use our like health the full time? That sucks.
It was a bit windy up here.
Oh, okay, good. I can protect myself like that. Now we need to be switching that around. This doesn't look very good though, I might say. Now then to this side. And then to this side. And then to this side. And then we need to go with this. So we have 30 health. I guess it doesn't take health anymore if we... I'm taking health now from them, using my ability a little bit. Not sure where it's shown exactly. Or for a moment I did anyways.
Ooh, Renato hated warlocks. The way they stayed back and lobbed pain and death from a distance. Cowards. Really dangerous, effective cowards.
Okay, avoid the warlock's fire spell. It will damage everyone in the area once it explodes, but it's something that we'll go and do it later on. Okay. I guess I could also use my this thing for it. Okay, well, we are full health again, so I don't have to worry straight away. Immediately more, we can basically come back in here, I guess, so to speak. Unless there's a chance, then we can go forward with that thing. It just feels like I have to hurry when we're losing health all the time, so... Maybe more than I would have to feel like it. And this is then my fire sword.
Hey, I'm a firefox, thought Renato.
Oh, Firefox. Oh dear. Of course, we are Firefox, obviously. So that's the energy shift thingy that we're using. But I think that this is better for the life taking right now anyways. No food. There's a lot of dead here, I think. And that's an eyeball watching over us.
The observatory was a burning hulk.
Aww.
Dead scientists everywhere. Bernardo found the mad rabbit cowering under a desk.
Aww.
The ravens. They must have known we were coming, said Lapino.
No, at least you weren't alone, Lapino.
How did you... Well, see, I was doing a card trick with my lucky deck, and I kind of bobbled the cards, so I went under the desk to gather them up, and boom! I guess we'll have to take the car straight to the secret base.
Oh dear.
The secret rebel base. Yes. They had engineers there. But wait. Calaveras, the sage in the mountains. Maybe he would know what to do with the naked core.
Well, another choice. Do we go to the secret base? Rather, the scientists of the Nexus were all dead, and with them gone, so was the plan to turn the core into a super weapon. Reynolds could still bring the core into the rebel base. The engineers there would tinker something, hopefully before he dies from the core's poisoning. Hopefully. Or the High Sage. The scientists of the Nexus were all dead. But there was one more scientist. Calaveras was the expert of the Sky Reaper, but did he have the necessary equipment alone out there in the mountains? Lappy's getting shadier and shadier by the chapter. True, he's just alive there, alone, and all the scientists dead. Agreed, Jim. Time to agree with you. Maybe we shouldn't do what he thinks we should do then, as in go into the secret base, but rather go to the High Sage? Would that be a better option then, rather than following on what Lappy said for us to be doing? Lapino. What do you guys say about that idea? Not suspicious at all. Yes. Well, hey, that's even better reason why we didn't give the poisonous gems to him. So Jim is in agreement of going to the High Sage. What about Dayunda? Do you think High Sage rather than the secret base? Seems like a long shot. True, seems like a long shot. But do we want to take them to the secret base? Or take Lappy to the secret base? That's the question. That is an excellent question. The sage has an awesome beard. So, is that an agreement to go there? I am envious. Aw, I have a feeling that Lappy is way too keen to get to the secret base. Yeah, I have a bad feeling about that too. I have a bad feeling about that. So, maybe we should be going into this? Let's go to the High Sage. At least you can then meet the High Sage who has the great awesome beard if we go there. So, there's that. Let's go to the High Sage.
The core was killing him. He needed help. The sage, Calaveras, had given him the maps to find the armature and the core. If anyone knew the true name of the Transcendent Emperor, if anyone knew how to assemble the Sky Ripper, Calaveras did. If anyone could heal Reynardo and render the core safe, at least to its bearer, surely it was he.
Intriguing. Very intriguing.
The base of the mountain was the only safe place for a landing. He would have to continue on foot, muscles aching.
And still
Calaveras was a
poisoned.
scholar, not a doctor. Could he really save Reynardo from the poison radiating from the lost god's eye he was so recklessly carrying?
Yeah, can't do any upgrades or anything of the like, so that's fine. Long, short, shortened with post-explanation. Yes. Okay, there's that.
Once you try it, you're hooked.
Totally. Is there anything interesting in here? Wrong thing. Good. That went pretty decently. Ooh, chest. I was thinking that this might not be the correct direction, and I'm happy that I came here then. How long should I mean? Getting late for me. Yeah, I think it's getting late for everyone, but it's fun to continue this now that we've got started. It's been a fun story thus far. At least need to go and meet the Lapino, or not Lapino, the thing.
Wow!
No, I was trying to press. Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't press the correct button. Like I pressed the one that's got the thing. I was thinking that I'm going to. It's a thing when the control. I was trying to press this button, and I pressed the one that activates the weapon power. Storytelling has been great, yeah. Up. I wanted to get rid of him. Nice. What's the time there, Jim? Same probably. Not quite same. It's 1 hour less than in Finland. Yeah, 1 hour ahead. Like, it's, I know that Italy and it's a little bit. Well, Germany is 1 hour too.
This was not a fun way to die. Even if he survived, no one would write ballads about the fox whose knees ached forever, would they? Not unless he paid for it. He hated paying for publicity.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fun to be paying for publicity. That's the ice door quite clearly. Oh, pots.
Well, they really needed to redecorate anyway.
Yeah, they did. We're just helping them a little bit, right? Totally. We can open that door, but that's the way forward. No, I didn't quite press that early enough. Well, can't be helped. I just hope that I'm gonna get some health soon. Freaking A. What direction am I gonna take? There's this way and then there's the way there. Freaking A. I don't know. It's the problem when there's like a situation. Do I go there? Do I go here? More or less the same, yes, nonetheless. Let's open this door, I guess. At least I don't think our health drops anymore when we have only 16, but it of course does make it very much easier for us to die in battle.
This
How's
would be the
Netherlands?
perfect place for a tic-tac-toe board.
Tic-tac-toe board. I think these actually went into the same place. Maybe, I don't know. So freaking difficult to know. No. Who knows? Do these go to the same place? Do these not go? At least there's going to be a battle here, quite clearly. I'm happy that I got that correctly at least done. I'm just making sure that they can't get a hit on me. Even if I didn't do the counters, but I was just afraid that I have too little health.
It was chilling walking through the living mountains. There was always noise up ahead. insects, birds, the croak and flutter of ravens arranging ambushes.
I'm using the healing sword, but
close
I'm not
by,
using the power, which is the
There was
silly
only
thing.
the breeze and the trickle of melting snow. As if every living thing was holding its breath for his poisonous burden to move on.
Poisonous burden to move on. So yeah, I need to actually press the ability to use the healing ability. So I just didn't do it now, especially when I wanted to get near that mage before and all that. And now I just have to wonder where the other route would have taken me. Ah, there's a chest down there.
Renado's paws were getting numb. Calaveras really didn't want company, did he?
Maybe for a good reason he didn't want company, but I guess he's getting the company anyways. I wonder, can we go back? It doesn't seem like it though. So, anything inside any of these? Aw, the platform is even gone now. Well, we don't know ever now where the other route would have taken us.
Renado rubbed the fruit into his wounds. He felt better already.
Rubbed the fruit into his wounds. Flatness probably. I once heard a joke, if you would stand on a stool, you could see across all Netherlands, yeah. I work outside the city and I can kind of see the current of the earth, or so I think. I grew up in the mountains. Okay. Makes me feel like I'm going to fall off. Aw. But yeah, well, it's anyways more like, how do you say it? That's again like an ISIS door, isn't it? I think so, but I can't even get there anyways anymore, which is really annoying. Well, I would like to get there, why can't I get there? Oh. There's a lever.
Huh? A lever? That was new. Most people still use doorknobs.
Huh. Interesting. So that's, what if I have it the other way? It just puts that door down, so it just means that there's more to avoid, right? Well, it broke those for us, sure, but otherwise I don't see any reason why I should have those. Like that. Yeah.
Renado wasn't sure he should have rescued Lapino. He could have had the Sky Ripper. Now all he had was the core, and it was killing him.
Yes, the core that was killing me, but on the other hand...
His mother never let him wave his sword around at home.
He guessed he was still compensating for that.
Yep, we were, definitely. Yeah, I was thinking, did you guys say something more, but doesn't seem like it. That's like a nice place. Yep. Oh, a lot of platforming with these things. And loads more stuff with energy and stuff. I just have to break everything for reasons. For reasons, yes. Hey, another one of these altars. I guess we could take some movement speed, maybe? Sure. Should we take even more? I don't necessarily need more health. Or we could do just more damage. Nah, let's do some more speed. 2 10s watching Kidda's health leech away. Can't comment more. Unless it's not too serious. Hey, are we here? I think we're here. Hello.
The core! Splendid!
Croaked Calaveras.
Where's the armature?
Right, I was kind of hoping you wouldn't need it.
No, I don't. It's just a professional interest. We've got much better prismatics than the old TE ever did.
So Calaveras was an arcane engineer. He fussed at the core all day. He wrapped it with silver chains, and in front of it, he placed a huge round ruby so that it looked like a monstrous floating eye. Ah, so, what is it?
Yeah, I call it the Oculum. It's my very first death ray.
And it won't poison me?
Oh, no, it's completely safe now.
Anything I should watch out for?
Yeah, try to avoid pointing at any mirrors.
As he loaded the oculum onto the Farfarer, Bernardo was a little concerned about Calaveras. People who were utterly sure of themselves, he had found, were either experts or horribly wrong. Or both. But Bernardo only needed to fire the oculum once. He only needed to destroy one ship, the Emperor's ship, and the war was over. Bernardo plunged into the Imperial fleet. He felt the oculum humming. He no longer felt sick. This was going to be fun. Or at least, it was going to be over.
Intriguing. So, winter is hard after coming from Australia, though. I can only imagine how it's been in Finland. You've enjoyed the Netherlands. Very pleasant. I have good work-life balance. Nice. Come and visit in winter. Don't know if I'd have to go for it.
Bernardo resisted the temptation to fire the oculum until the time came. He could sense its arcane energies yearning to escape the sage's wrappings. But it wasn't eating him alive. So that was a plus. He felt good about himself. He'd saved a friend, he'd helped the rebels, he'd relied on himself, but he'd listened to others. He felt like the right sort of hero. Wise, yet decisive. Calaveras had been so sure it would work. Maybe he could fire it just a few times. No harm in that, right? But only when he absolutely needed to.
Don't do it. Don't start firing it randomly. Use the oculum on the Emperor. Yeah. But probably should just use it on the Emperor. Agamikaze is the only option. Isn't there more time to think about it? I don't know. I could do -20 anything. I thought I was doing okay handling -10. To be honest, I don't think it's that big of a difference to get into -20s, but maybe it's just my Finnish perspective then anymore. Like, as a kid, there hasn't even really been the -30s anymore. When I was a kid, there was the -30 degrees sometimes, and that was really cold, but it just feels a bit more intense type of coldness, but I don't feel it doesn't feel that much worse in otherwise. It's just more intense, so to speak, when it's getting into -20s and -30s and so on, but it's could I say it's not that big of a deal, but of course.
If I craft a sword now, it's going to be really short.
Really short? What? Well, my hands hurt just thinking about -30. Well, that was in my childhood. There hasn't really been the -30s anymore. I kind of like there to be sometimes, just because it would feel like that's the way it should be, but I don't know. Let's try the flame sword. Let's be a firefox. It feels weird that this Oculus is following us. Where is Lappi? I don't know. We left Lappi behind and I don't know where Lappi is. Maybe he went into the place where we didn't want to go. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay. Hot summers and cold winters would be the dream. Yeah. Indeed. Okay, well, that's a place we cannot go. This requires a different type of a sword, which we do not have. I guess, like, I wonder if we go into, like, replay this and do different choices, possibly, for example, when we go through once in one way or another. So, I don't know. How does this exactly play out? The stories. Nothing we can do, really. Because there's so many paths that we aren't able to really explore, so...
The portal was heavily guarded.
Well...
It must go someplace they really didn't want it to go.
It's shooting. Our Oculus is shooting. I got also hit by that because I was looking at my Oculus thingy. I wanted to go and move. It's so difficult to sometimes just like exit from the shooting animation. You have died. Restart from the checkpoint, yes. Lap is just setting out for the final confrontation. He is the Emperor. Maybe so. Maybe I should check the other direction first anyways. Considering I have no idea what's in here. I was thinking that this is probably just a chest. And this is probably going to be closed later
Who
on.
made all these ore chests anyway? Well, you could have quite a business doing that.
True. True. That's a powerful one. Yay, we got it. Yay. Now it went better. This game has a... Yeah, this game has nice replay value. Yep. At least I think based on what I've seen so far. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, very fiery. Well, let's see about these crates then. Open them up.
If they didn't want their things broken, they really ought to make them stronger.
This is true as well. Why would they just like make them so weak? So easily broken away? Who would be so stupid? But for some reason, they don't ever realize to make them stronger. Globe thingy. Round thingy. I need to do this. Then do this. And then do this.
That was awesome!
Yay, I got it. This is freaking powerful though. This thing. It just obliterates everything. Priority target acquired. Great. Yeah, I was so moving towards these crates to destroy them. I just then... Okay, I guess I should move into the other direction. Why can't I destroy that flag? That's sad. I want to destroy the flag. That's one as it's flying over. Wahahaha. Good. Flag destroyed. Objective complete.
Renato had always wanted a flying carpet. This was more like a flying tabletop. But it would do.
Yes, flying tabletop. No, I'm like always pressing the wrong button. At least now I managed to escape from that barely, but so easily can press the wrong button when I'm trying to. And I don't use a lot of my ability of actually trying to get health, well, or use the fire thing either.
Sharp? Check. Pointy? Check. Flexible? Check. What else do you need in a sword?
Health. Yeah, I don't know. But next I have to leech life.
Renato's arm was getting tired. The core was no longer eating at him, but he still felt weak. His stamina was shot. But he had the oculum. When the ravens swarmed him, it would sometimes fire its death ray. It seemed to be warming up too, firing more and more often. Maybe he should let it cool off. Yeah, he decided to stop using it entirely.
Okay, let's not use it. Yeah, Kiden needs out a healing sword, yeah, because I don't press that button because I'm prepared to use this. Because control and shift are right on top of each other, then I use one or the other, and I don't use both of them, which is stupid, or not the way it should be, but hey, at least I got some little one fruit of health from there, which is better than nothing, I guess. Was I supposed to get into that ship? Where am I supposed to be going? Yes. Okay, good. Got it. Then there's this thing over here that I need to go and get, and then this thing.
He'd once met a pirate captain. He used hooks to get around his ship. Oh, what was his name again?
Was it us? Reynolda? Someone else? Health. Energy. Energy that I haven't used once. Again. Battle? Yes, battle. Okay, let's start leeching health. Yes. Okay, got him. That was in the end the most important thing, even though this got the counters on, but still. And at least I'm full
so
health.
much. It was time to turn it into something he could use.
Like? What could I use? Okay, let's see. I need to get into this. Oh, I very much wasn't prepared for that at that moment. Very much wasn't prepared for those cannons to be starting to shoot. But it's a nice environment. Hugh MC hook face, yeah. Well, no battle around here apparently, but the game does look pretty. And it's a... yeah, it's just nice enough with little mechanics, how the game works. A little globy thing. These are new kind of enemies. So shield crowns will block your attacks. Grab and throw another crown into them and his shield will be knocked away. Okay, so I have to hold someone to do that. I haven't done that even for a while, so... yeah, this is like the effect that... I was thinking that I tried to take that, but... yay. Now I've got the throw at least. So that was better. At least all of these are just the crowns, so that's all okay anyways. Ouch. Yay, I threw him. Good. Good. Takes a little bit more time when I have to be doing the throw-in, but can do anyways. Yay, more breaking of stuff with stuffs, which I don't barely even see.
The oculum was still hot to the touch. He almost thought it was getting even hotter. Well, that was ridiculous, of course. Anyway, he'd only to fire it one more time, and then he could chuck the whole contraption into the abyss. And the Emperor's ship was now in range. Reynardo squinted. He could make out the line of ravens protecting the ship. Zenobia in front, conjuring. And on the deck, yes, that was his Imperial Majesty, pacing in his golden armor. Reynardo lined up his shot and fired. Caught in the beam, the ship burst into flames. The ravens and Zenobia exploded. The Emperor, too, exploded. Reynardo waited for the beam to stop, but it only got brighter, and the oculum hotter.
Oh dear.
Frantic, Reynardo pulled the oculum towards the abyss. The ruby burst into flames. The shiny metal casing glowed, then melted. That was good. Now the core could cool off, right? Reynardo ran. The blast incinerated him instantly, along with both fleets. The shockwave could be felt across all Erda. That winter, with neither Empire nor rebels to rule them, the island slid into banditry. And so began the Second Age of Darkness.
Hey.
Okay, that was weird. He could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the Farfarer, sailing away from Ubar. And it was still burning. He'd fled burning Ubar years ago, hadn't he? And now he was back there. Had all those years fighting the Empire been nothing but a vision into the future? A useful vision if it was true. He'd learned something. The core was powerful, but dangerous if used improperly.
So, that was our first story. Story 18, The Fox Whose Knees Herd has been completed. What kind of a hero are you? A hero who seeks balance, who makes wise yet decisive decisions. Reward 5 water essence. So we were a decisive hero though. But wise, decisive, balance. But it just didn't end up quite that well as one might have hoped for it to end. The Scriber Reaper core is unstable. Reward tier 2 skills unlocked. Now, for the next time around. New location unlocked, Desert Temple. So that was our story. The very first story at least. Few story. Rescued Lapino, find the core, meet the scientist, and meet Calaveras. That was our very first story. What kind of a hero are you? Yes, must replay. 1 out of 4 truths unlocked. Truth. The Sky Ripper core is unstable. That is the truth that we have found out now. That at least the Sky Ripper core is very unstable. Yes, there's quite a few endings, it seems. What you need is some sort of a tinker who could give you the optimal playthrough. Yes, this seems to be the case. Then there's 3 more truths. This is definitely about the daughter. Like, it shows that it would be about the daughter. Then there is the sword itself, probably, because we never got the sword. And maybe about Lapino. Maybe. At least we know one truth, though. At least we know one. So, shall we continue more this time around, or shall we leave this for the next time, is the question. Lots of different type of story possibilities, though. Do you have already in mind what sort of choices we would be doing rather than next up? Continue.
He'd made bad choices. But now, when the real battle came, he wouldn't make those choices. He wouldn't make the same mistake twice. The book's pages began to flip backwards, towards the beginning. And he realized that his adventure was just beginning. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced.
Okay.
Bernardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong.
Well, I'm saying
but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely.
Yes, same time next week.
A temple had risen out of empty desert.
That's interesting.
The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Lapino was no game changer, but could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Oh dear, so many choices to choose from. But I don't know if we will be going and saving Lapino again straight away or not. But yeah, good night, Chim Chim, and I think we'll maybe have next week, but I will have to see. I will update it on Twitter if I will have a stream, because I may go and visit my parents, and that will then mean that there will not be a stream next week. But this will continue then, if not next week, then the other weekend. Soon nonetheless. And I think we're just going to be making a choice. What is the route that we're going to be taking this time around? And otherwise, we shall then go on and end for tonight, I think, when Chim Chim is also gone. So, besides, it's probably a good time to be going to sleep. Yes, good night, Chim Chim. I am interested about the temple though, so I think we shall be going and starting with it next up. So maybe I should just click this, see the story, and next time we should be able to continue from there, I assume. So I guess we shall be doing that. So the mysterious temple had risen out of the desert. The Emperor has sent his ravens to search for the Iblis stone. The ancient artifact may contain the power to bring down the Empire, because we already know about that nonetheless a little bit more. So maybe we'll do this next and see where the story will be leading us from there.
The island was windswept desert. No one went there except ostriches and ostrich hunters. The Iblis stone. It sounded ominous. It sounded powerful. If the Emperor was searching for it, it must be dangerous. And so, Bernardo went ostrich hunting.
But it's fun how this works. Like, then it's like, okay, we know this truth. He remembers this, and then we can go on for it from there.
Every child could sing verses about the Sky Ripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood, a jewel only a righteous man could give away. Were all these things the Iblis stone? Long hidden in a buried temple? Another ancient item that was only resurfacing now? Drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals?
Alrighty, well, this is where we shall be then continuing and see what choices will do next time better then. So, I hope you also enjoyed Tajunta. And either next weekend or the weekend after that, we shall be continuing with more stories. Pathfinder, at the very least. Should be one. Yes. Thank you for watching, Tajunta. And yeah, let's just see about this. Okay. Right. Hyvää yötä ja kauniita unia. Good night to everyone. See you next time. Bye bye.